All
これ
right.
ほど美しき景色を
All
見れ
right.
ば、おのず
So,
と旅がしたくなるものであろう。
so we went back to the place where the rune grater was, and there was a book, and we touched the book, and now we're here. Oh my goodness! And now we're back. What the actual heck is going on? Okay, is that um? Okay, let's go. Let's go back into the book, I guess. I'm not streaming right now. I guess I'm recording. This will just be a YouTube exclusive here. What the heck is a clock? What the heck is going on? I just get an ending. I got a page. Oh my goodness. Whoa, what is this place? Paimon's dizzy from all the whole getting sucked into a book thing. I remember this place. I know it. It's the Narzenkraut's Ordo. It sure does feel like we've been transported to all sorts of strange places under weird circumstances after meeting Anne, huh? Sorry, Paimon. Oh, it's fine. Paimon's not blaming you. She just thinks that Fontaine's really is a magical place. Still, this is the Narzenkraut's Ordo. Sounds like an organization the people from the kingdom would set up in a different country. The method of entry was pretty interesting too, huh? Just like the picture in the book of the Anapausis, we read, and then we ended up someplace else. That makes this place something like a secret base, doesn't it? We don't even know where it is, really, either. Are you feeling more calm now, Anne? Yes, much better. Thank you, Night Traveler. Or should I drop the title? It was all fake, after all. Don't say that, Anne. But on the contrary, your story has just begun. Traveler's right, you know. We've still got a whole bunch of adventures waiting for us ahead of us. And how should one proceed in peace of mind without a reliable knight at hand? Oh, lovely maiden. Come on, Paiwan's just trying to encourage Anne. You're quite the knight yourself, Paimon. You're positive, and you've got a good heart. It does make me happy, truly. Oh, come on. Why are you getting so serious all of a sudden? You're just less powerful than the Night Traveler. That's all. Everyone's got things they're good at. Traveler's good at brawn and sword arm, and Paimon, is a powerful giver of nicknames. Yep, that's right. Paimon's a gifted speaker indeed. But that aside, didn't you say before that the Narzenkraut's Ordo has deep links with the past, Anne? That's why we came here in the first place. Yes. However, my head's still a complete mess. That's true. Paimon knows. Let's put what we've discovered together real quick, and that while we're exploring the Anapausis. Oh boy. Paimon's head's a mess too. Any ideas, Traveler? Let's discuss Anne. Right. Paimon's been thinking about that too. Mary Ann said that your birth was a beautiful accident. What does that mean? I think it might simply be that my birth was a coincidence. Just like she said, I am someone she dreamed of, and the form she took in the dream. The things we experienced together were also part of the tale in the dream. If it hadn't been for you, that dream might have never ended. Or perhaps it might have ended, and I might have disappeared with the happily ever after. I can't be sure. That's true. Not that Paimon gets it. This means that Mary Ann is also an Oceanid? Eh? And Anne was created from Mary Ann. That's what I believe as well. And if that's the case, the things I remember during our journey should have been her memories. Or so I think. So your knowledge and experience cannot exceed that of the main body. But when you met her, you also became your own entity. Without a main body to restrict and control you. So I became the master of your own fate. Her last words to me. Oh, okay. Paimon gets it now. So that means that Piet Chow, Al, and the others are creations, just like you, right? I believe that to be the case, yes. In the case, who was Mary Ann, really? This name is very familiar to me, but I cannot recall why. It's like some part of my body has been frozen. Any other thoughts, traveler? Let's discuss the Narsenkraut Ordo. All right. Now I have a lot of thoughts on the matter, memories and emotions. When those two children brought me here, it was a lovely place. Everything was new and shiny, just as before. They were vibrant and excited, like the sunlight shining on the water. They told me that this was our new home, and that they brought many new friends, that everything could be like they were before. But later they changed. Some things stopped being the same, and the people here changed too. Though the Nasenkrauts Institute of old did not have sunlight, it was very warm, yet this place grew ever colder. And then, Anne looks like she's in pain, traveler. Can you recall anything else? I'm sorry, night traveler. As for the rest, each time I try to recall it, I grow very frightened and very sad. This is the best I can do for now. I can also sense that many terrible things happen here. I can sense many emotions, rage, terror, but also hope, trust, and admiration. But all of this makes me feel a strange sort of pain, like there are all sorts of shards or impurities embedded in my body. And I don't want to. I can't. All right. Leave that aside first. There's no need to force it. The more you try to force yourself to remember, the less you'll be able to remember. Any other thoughts, traveler? Let's discuss Princess Lyris. I suspect that she was only a clever character in the story. In that tale, we needed to save her and defeat the fell dragon Narcissus. That was my original wish, or my original purpose. All stories have origins. Speaking of that, Anne, we've heard you mention a place called the Narsenkrauts Institute before. So if we go with the traveler's logic, the Narsenkrauts Kingdom and Adventure Team might have their story's origin in the Institute and the Ordo, right? That is possible. Feels like we got our hands on some new clues, but then again, not. Actually, I've recalled something else. I've seen terrifying sights. The primordial waters, the amniotic fluid of the world, and its placenta devoured to the last. The world fell into utter darkness. Never again would the cool spring water flow. I saw that once, or perhaps I saw that in the future. Wait a second. What are you talking about? Past or future? I don't know. Sorry. Thank you. Night Traveler, Paimon. Eh? Come on, it's fine. We said you're going to help you. No, I truly am happy. The two of you are the first two friends I've met since becoming me. For that, you have my thanks. Well, pleased to have met you, Anne. Ah! Why are the two of you being so formal? Isn't becoming friends something that just, happens? You called to us and asked for our help, Anne, and that was the moment Paimon thought, that's right, you're our friend, and we've got to help you. Thank you so much, Paimon. Don't be like that, Anne. If you really want to thank us, then keep your chin up. Keep those spirits high. Yes, you're exactly right, Paimon. Besides, I have your help. I shouldn't waste it by standing still. I must recall more and tell you about it. Not that you have to push yourself too hard to recall the past. It's fine. Just as Marianne dreamed of a past tale, and the tale gave birth to me, I will also rest. In dreams, I might be able to recall more things. Perhaps there's a lovely thing there too. If I do recall some, you'll be the first to know, Night Traveler. I'm on. Got it. All right then. Good night, Anne. Indeed. Good night. 30 primos. Wow. Okay. All that's in here. But what about the dog? I'm supposed to report back to the lady for our commission. Oh, what's this? So this is the Narsenkrantz Ordo. Recording this location and data regarding it have been recorded in my storage unit. We've been here before. The Marianne you're looking for probably isn't here. But we still might find some clues we didn't before. Do you remember anything useful upon reviving here, Seymour? Negative. Newly recorded information is pending further analysis and organization. No effective conclusion possible at present. Huh? Then, are we gonna have to wait a long time until... Affirmative. Record space correlation starting. Total time required unknown. Interactive functions will cease temporarily while this is ongoing. Wait, hold on a second. Roger. Interrupting space correlation process. What is our instruction, Miss Traveler, Miss Paimon? Come to think of it, we don't know a lot about you either, Seymour. All we know is your master isn't Mimir, but someone named Marianne. Affirmative. Miss Marianne is my master. According to standard deduction module, the odds of finding clues to her whereabouts are high. We know, you said that before too, but I felt like there were some more basic questions we hadn't answered yet. Now seems like a good time, right? If you could tell us a bit more about yourself and Marianne, we might be able to better help you. Of course, kind miss. So, Traveler, what would you like to ask? Tell us about yourself, Seymour. I am prototype 4ACV07, designed by to accompany and protect my master, Miss Marianne. Paimon didn't get a word of that. Is my creator. I'm equipped with the most advanced optics, memory storage unit, logic unit, and various functional modules from the Fontaine Institute of Natural Philosophy. That was as clear as mud, but sounds impressive. The more impressive the equipment, the harder it might be to fix once broken. Note, regular record space collation can decrease the frequency of such issues effectively. So basically, before you've done your correlation thing, there's some stuff you can't tell us, even if you knew, right? Affirmative. More precisely, grasp information regarding can be extracted using. This allows me to keep a log of Miss Marianne's daily life and act as an agent, assistant. Are you serious? The important bits all got cut off. What's an agent's assistant? An agent refers to a member of the Marchenchaus Phantom who undertakes investigation. In this context, assistant refers to Seymour, prototype 4ACB07 itself. So Marianne was a Marchus Phantom agent. Affirmative. Wait, so if that's who she is, Wouldn't looking for official records help her find her faster? Why do we need to come here? Miss Mary Ann's role as an agent was not publicized. Additionally, the case she investigated has to do with... It is performed in the direction of... As such... Seymour, you're breaking down again, aren't you? Note, regular record space correlation can decrease the frequency of such issues effectively. Let's just ask different questions, shall we? Any other questions? Tell me about the Narsen Crown's Ordo. Can we really find clues about Marianne's whereabouts here? You've never been here before, right? So why do you think we can find clues here? My latest records indicate that the last records before Miss Mimir were those of myself executing specific process. This process was the capture of fugitive elements from the Narsenkraut's Ordo. Miss Mary Ann was also executing this process. As her companion and den guard, I followed her and to Alnias. There we encountered members of the Narsenkraut's Ordo, including Jacob Ingold, a core member of Sword Ordo. So he was a member, and Mary Ann was pursuing him. Affirmative. Well, I guess there really were some relation here. We should have captured Jacob and questioned him. Paimon wonders if he'll come back here. If we meet him again, we're going to have to questions for him. He doesn't seem like the sort who will simply answer questions if asked. If all else fails, then we can just, good old cop, bad cop, good cop on him. There's got to be some other way, or else we're stuck waiting for Seymour to recall stuff. You mean when I complete my record space correlation, Miss Paimon? Those things are basically the same. Any other questions? Tell me about your latest records. A fierce battle against a member of the Ordo broke out within Elnius. My Swords unit encountered an error due to massive trauma. We must foil the Ordo's plans. To that end, Jacob Ingold must be stopped. Due to Miss Mary Ann. You better take a break. Your words are most considerate. Seems like we're going to have to wait for you to do that collation thing, Seymour. Whatever the case, Jacob was trying to do something bad inside Alnius, while you and Marianne were trying to stop him, right? Affirmative. Your summary is overly simplistic, perhaps, but is basically the truth, Miss Paimon. We only have this information. Finding Marianne might be somewhat difficult. Doesn't seem like we've got other options beyond waiting for you to do that record correlation of yourself, Seymour. Affirmative. My calculations indicate this is the approach with the highest success rate. But it'll take a lot of time, won't it? If you wish, I can estimate the amount of time required. Processing time required. Unknown. Yeah, no need for that estimation stuff then. Well, Paimon's done ask her to see more questions now. But boy, has she got some for you, Traveler. You promised you'd explain, didn't you? There wasn't a good time to have this conversation earlier. But there's no one to disturb us now, and Seymour is, well, a related party, right? No time like the present, then. Tell Paimon about the conversation you had with Elnius. Huh. So that's a thing that happened. Paimon thought you'd gotten sick or something when you started saying all that weird stuff. Well, it's good to know you're fine. By the way, Seymour, having you here to perform your record correlation wouldn't be a problem, wouldn't it? Anne, you're awake. Oh, good morning, Paimon. Night, Traveler. Oh, yes, let Paimon introduce you. This is Anne, an Oceanid and a friend of ours. And this is... I know, you're the silly dog, Seymour. Huh? I lack the relevant data. I do not believe we've had the honor of meeting Oceanid Anne. I've never met you before either, but it's sure of the moment I saw you, you must be Seymour. What's going on here? This must be. Oh, I don't know either. I feel strange. Note, regular record-space correlation can decrease the frequency of much issues effectively. Anyway, let's bring you up to speed. We shed a little light on the matter so far. So Seymour is searching for Mary Ann. Ah, no wonder that name felt familiar. The person Seymour mentioned is looking for is also named Mary Ann. Note, regular space correlation can decrease the frequency of such issues effectively. Ah! Hey, Paimon just had it with you, silly dog. According to what Seymour said before, they can't be the same Mary Ann, right? The timing. Based on your statement, I can deduce that you have met someone named Mary Ann in the past, and perhaps read or heard about such a person from sources apart from myself. Well, that was her name for sure. You know what? Let's do this. We can call the Mary Ann in Anapausis Mary Ann 1, and then the one you're looking for, Seymour, can be Mary Ann 2. Negative. The Miss Mary Ann I am searching for is of higher sequential priority. To prevent confusion, she should be Mary Ann 1 instead. Huh? Why don't you look at this way, Seymour? 2 is bigger than 1. Doesn't that make it pretty good too? Your claim, sorting data fragments. Looks like you stopped functioning again. Silly dog. Oh, Paimon didn't think you had any mean bones in you, Anne, but you sure do. I don't know why. I just felt suddenly compelled to do that. Preliminary data fragment sorting complete. The following 15 reasons. Ocean and I assess that your perspective is illogically. All right. That stuff doesn't matter. Come, good doggy. Sit. Understood. What? Why? If you sit, we'll be able to improve your photo taking stability, correct? Yes. Do you need to take a photo, Jeanette Anne? I am equipped with the most advanced optics from the Fontaine Institute of Natural Velocity. I can... Oh, there's no need, but thank you. Understood. Wow. Seymour's getting played left and right over here. You want to go to the Anapausis, Seymour? Yeah, that way you can read the real that Mary Ann and see if she's the one you're looking for. Why not? What you say makes sense, Paimon. Affirmative, reasonable suggestion. Well, then let's go. Actually, Night Traveler, Paimon, I don't think we'll need to trouble you this time. I can show Seymour the way. Are you sure she'll be fine? Yes, I know Seymour's very reliable. That's right. Let's meet up there later, shall we? More resolutions. What do we get in the box? Drained conch cup. Interesting. And the key we're looking for. So we have a drained conch cup. I don't know what that's for. A key. There's the key. There's another page. Strange part. Is this the drained? An ancient conch container. It can perhaps be traced back to even older civilization. Also, a key. And everything in this area? That's everything in this area. Guess we just go in the book again. Try to find my way to the key. I don't want to just take this little exit. There's something else over there. Just artifacts or whatever. But can't. To make sure it's not an enigmatic page, right? find them in the pages.
行こ
All right, let's take this. We can always come back the other way to get the thing. More pages. Ancient natural history excerpts. Oceanids are beautiful creatures nurtured by the land of Fontaine. According to legend, the gentle Agira shed the first tear from which the first Oceanid was born. Some say that Agira felt great sympathy for dragons, and others say she felt great sadness over the eventual fate of humanity. Now, all that we have left is that the metaphorical representation of those true meaning remains unclear. The lizard bones dissolved into mud, from which swans emerged. The newborn Oceanid was bestowed with the task of comprehending all forms of life, to seek an understanding of the diverse array of species, and to love every creature. It emerged from the sea of life, possessing the power of metamorphosis. Elgira wished to use this as a power to etch the essence of living creatures into its being, and gradually developed a yearning for life. Once it had gained enough understanding of humanity, it shed its first tear upon the earth. We have used she to refer to the first and her lineage ever since. This is the origin of the Oceanids. I'm in the middle of a reading. Can you just let me finish, please? I'm going to have to cut this now because I got interrupted mid-sentence. You can text me these things too. A small addendum. Perhaps you believe that this kind of document has no scientific value, asserting that physical evidence and records suggest that the form of Oceanids predates Agiria and even earlier realms of Remuria. And you reckon that only evolutionary diversity of forest pigs, field tracking research on geophysically distinct form counts as genuine research. So, I have a question for you. Do you dare explore your own origins? The gods unleash thunder in anger, and goddesses cry oceans in sorrow. These things are real. Oceanids display a considerable disparity in cognitive capacity, partially due to different lifespans resulting in different levels of experience and knowledge regarding the world. But substantial individual variation on the Oceanids themselves also contributes to this phenomenon. Some Oceanids are simply too obtuse to complete tasks related to the content's water systems and are thus confined to Fontaine, where they assist in soothing human emotions. The increase in the number of Oceanids, we have previously considered breeding, proliferation, and reproduction, but none are suitable terms, does not require any pairing off or matching. After gaining sufficient understanding and emotion, they approach the Hydra Archon or an elder for permission to claim a thing, which results in their division into little Oceanids. This thing is highly abstract, and in order to make some more comprehensible to humans, we refer to it as a helix split. However, that is exactly what it exactly is remains unknown. Some believe that it could be a drop of pure water essence, nurtured by the emotions and intelligence of the parent, eventually giving rise to life. Others speculate that it might be a single sound, a name, possibly even a forbidden utterance, capable of stirring the cycle of elemental forces and drawing upon the desire that doesn't exist with the pure water bodies of ocean, allowing new life to be attracted to the world, or attracted into the world. Still, others propose that it serves as a permit, granting permission for the dreams and desires within the Oceanids to be bestowed with a new name, much like the names of childhood dreams through the ages. However, this is a story between Oceanids, and humans have no hope to know it. The propagation of all Oceanids needs to be officially registered. If something were to happen to Agiria, no disrespect intended, and maybe she keeps some blessings for herself, the Oceanid elders will also ensure the continuation of their species. But in the event of a more calamitous occurrence, what will happen to the ocean? I guess that's the name of the original arc. Another door. Study in Sable. Oh. Okay. Do I need a better party for this? This thing, right? I won't let you use it. Let you use it in here.
古の宝物実に貴重だ
Can't break these either. Another animated page. Ancient log. Anyway, when it comes down to it, our research directions are different. I applied for a new research lab and the director, but there's nothing for it anyways. Elaine is incredibly intelligent, but he only trusts himself. He doesn't trust our observations or accomplishments unless he researches the same conclusions through his own calculations. Well, it's okay. Since Elaine is making the world a better place in his own way, I trust him because this is the world that Anne lives in. Even though the Institute is full of people, I don't have many friends besides Carter. Seems like everyone kind of dislikes us. Renee managed to acquire something powerful to research. Apparently these appeared after the disaster. They're very dangerous for most people. But I feel okay. Maybe my constitution really has gotten a lot better. I helped Renee out. When I visit him, I found that he also attended to Narsenkraut's Institute. We didn't tell him about the vice director abandoning us, or it would have made him sad. If only we could have helped him just like I was so helped. After discussing it with Renee, he finally agreed to give it a try. He said that since it's dangerous, everything needs to be made clear. To Carter, he must make the judgment himself as it concerns his own life. But if it's successful, then he'll survive, just like I did. That these writings have got to be Jacob. It's got to be Jacob talking about that stuff. What the actual fuck, though? Got a piece of the chasm gobbledygook.